MLXG's fantastic early pressure.
Yeah, he certainly did. And Kakao, he picked up the Sejuani and just didn't look as effective in the early game. No early ganks coming through, and they really snowballed Whoosh, got him going, and Assassin quietly accrued some very heavy damage. And in the last team fight, got ignored after being caught out and destroyed everyone.
He did. He most certainly did. Able to keep himself alive through a whole lot. And again, the band's looking very, very similar. King focusing on Rookie here as well, wanting to take away those mid lane assassins in Ari and LeBlanc. And Urgot and Maokai going to hit the bench here as well. IG taking a little while thinking of their final ban. Janna going to be taken away from Liam. That is an interesting pick away, and we'll see whether King want to leave the Rek'Sai up and whether Kakao is going to take that one away from MLXG, because you have to think that was a large portion of what made King very successful in that last game. But no, it's going to be Kid back on the Kalista.
Yeah, and he got shut down very heavily in lane. Maybe they thought it was just the early snowball that did it, but he was nowhere near Whoosh for that whole game. Was about 2,500, 3,000 gold behind. And it looks like we might see the Rek'Sai once again returning for MLXG, who looked great.
Yep, no surprises there whatsoever, as the Nautilus is going to be hovered here in Liam. He doesn't have the Janna there, but he'll just happily take away that Nautilus support. Could actually be Sky in the top lane, of course. Don't know where the Nautilus is necessarily going to go, but historically, Liam has played that in the bottom lane.
Yeah, have we seen a top lane Naut yet?
No, not yet. Not in the LPL. The OPL, yes. LPL, not so much. As Kakao, oh my goodness, Rookie playing with our hearts a little bit with this hover of the Yasuo. And you can see, look at Kakao's face, just looking smug. Yep, Nidalee.
Yeah, not much really phases Kakao when it comes through. We see that we might actually get the pick away Scion here. Would be surprised if it was not the Nidalee that got locked in, although no rush to do it. Thresh at a very important pick away as well.
And Rookie is actually going to be the one that takes away the Nidalee here as well.
The mind games.
Mind games.
That is definitely not a jungle Nidalee.
No, don't worry. Not a jungle Nidalee. I'm playing it in the mid lane. I'm basically pawn. It's going to be fine. No, but Sky, that does leave him able to take away the Scion if he wants to. And Assassin looks to be potentially going back to the Karthus here as well, as Whoosh not wanting to hop back onto this Vayne as well, which is very interesting to me because he had a fantastic performance. Whoosh, though, switching it up, is going to lock away that Scion for Sky. No surprise there. It was brilliant in the final game. And Assassin back on the Karthus here as well. And Rookie, we'll see what he does to answer that one, as Kid looking at another champion here as well. Vladimir is available here for Rookie if he wants to take it. But we'll see what they do to round out their lineup. Invictus Gaming now have an opportunity to make some different things happen, and they've saved their AD carry for last on the side of King, and I think that they just want to see whether it's safe to take a Vayne into the lineup.
Yeah, it certainly looks to be the case, and not much lockdown CC currently available for Invictus Gaming. A lot of damage though, especially if that is a top lane Vladimir and a mid lane TF.
Oh my goodness, that's actually, it is going to be the TF, and if anything is a treat to see, it's Rookie's TF. He is so strong on the Twisted Fate in the mid lane, and that is going to mean that Wushin probably wants to be able to avoid a lot of that.
Yeah, all I want to say is in the League of Tanks, Invictus Gaming has missed the patch notes completely and locked in a no-tank lineup.
Yep. Interesting. And that is against arguably 3 tanks.
So Cinderhulk is that good of an item at the moment that we're seeing it picked up in top lane.
Yep.
And Invictus Gaming just think it is completely overrated. Kakao saying, trust me, I tried Sejuani last game. Wasn't as good as everyone hyped it up
Look
to
at
be.
how bad that Cinderhulk item is, guys. We can't even win with it. So let's just go back to the Magus enchantment and we'll win that way.
Yeah, exactly right. Top lane Vladimir, who needs CC as well, because apparently not their lineup. They have
It's not about that.
a point-and-click stun through a gold card, and that's about it. They have a hook as well. But really a very interesting lineup is what I'm trying to say, thrown together here from Invictus Gaming. They're either going to win team fights really, really quickly,
yep,
or it's going to go incredibly bad.
Yes, and Sky is going to be sort of just wandering around, being a menace in this fight. Not going to be dying too quickly, but it's going to be dangerous for Invictus Gaming. Because in the League of Tanks, generally it's, played for a reason.
Yeah, so exactly right. The one thing I will say is this time around, as we take a look at the lineups, Kakao will be much more aggressive. Couple in the fact, if we look at the next lineup as well, that Rookie has TF and the ability to support invades from so far away. expect Kakao to counter jungle everything.
Yeah, and Assassin probably want to stay glued to that mid lane there as well on the Karthus, so not going to be able to follow up apart from with that Requiem onto everyone. Kid, again on this Kalista, didn't have a great performance in the last game, but had a few team fights where he was brilliant, and Kiddies is there now on the Thresh, as opposed to what he was going for in the previous series, and Liam does have his support Nautilus, so we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, it does have the supporterless coming through. Really interested to see how this game works out because two very different lineups going head to head.
Yeah, very, very different. And Whoosh not opting to go for that Vayne in the end. There wasn't a whole lot of lockdown CC, not a whole lot to really stop him from taking that champion into the bottom lane. But in the end, decides to go for the Graves. So they have a whole lot of burst potential against this Kalista. And we've seen Graves be very successful.
Yeah, exactly right. You wonder why they're going on Graves, not a 5.6 AD carry. It's just because IG aren't playing the same patch.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Maybe we've reverted, but let's get onto the Rift and find out for ourselves. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Invictus Gaming taking on King for our final matchup of this series. King managing to take the first one, and IG now looking to answer back. Both teams forgetting which side of the map they spawned on and are hanging out in the opposing jungle.
Yeah, they've taken a very long expedition. They know exactly where each other are, though. So they will get some deep vision through. I think that's in range of a turret. No, it looked like it disappeared, so maybe not. And we might just get standard lanes after a whole lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, a fair bit of shenanigans, but they are going to be able to spot out exactly where everyone is. We'll see whether the wards are going to get taken down here, as Sky going to hang out in his own jungle now, so everything is going to be fine. Zatai is in this top side already, does of course have teleport available, as Kakao has his trap set up here for the blue sentinel. And Whoosh sitting in this bottom side. So it looks like Invictus Gaming more than happy to go for the 2v2.
Yeah, certainly looks to be that way. Sky, he's really got lost. Stayed in that side of the jungle. He's actually going to counter jungle and kill himself. That is a bold move if I've ever seen one.
That is very bold.
But it looks like it's paid off.
Yeah, he's going to work out here. Of course, they did have a fair bit of vision. Oh, those Raptors, so powerful, are going to be able to take down the Scion, but he is going to be able to hit that level 2 by finishing off that camp in his dead form. And Whoosh actually getting to this lane very early on here as well, as there's the flayback onto Liam, taking a fair bit of damage here. And Nautilus fairly squishy in the early stages, and Kitty's happy to trade his life points a little bit for that one, as Whoosh takes a fair bit of harass here at the same time. And Kid and Kitties, they look like they've got something to prove in this lane.
Yeah, certainly do, because they got outclassed last game especially, and they're looking to see if they can get aggro early. We talk about the synergy between the Flay as well as the Sentinel coming through, and some early counter jungling from MLXG means that they will get the red buff.
They get it again here as well, and this might be another 3-buff start, as Kakao is getting dominated by this Gromp. And he's going to head over to the Wolves now as well. We'll see whether MLXG is going to be able to pick up both of his buffs very early on. Whoosh actually struggling there a little bit, gets caught by a Flay, but he should be okay, as the True Grip passive actually very, very strong in this one if he manages to keep auto-attacking here.
Yeah, and Kakao's gone back. He picked up, I think he's got 6. So he did the Rift Scuttler as well. That's where my math has gone wrong. So he was able to pick up the Rift Scuttler, 2 camps. That will equal his jungle item in the first place. And we see a little bit of pain coming out in the bottom lane, but Kakao, he's going to be awfully disappointed when he goes across and sees that his red buff's been taken.
Yeah, having no ability to grab that one, and we'll see whether he moves. Oh, yep, that spear going to go straight through it, and he's just saying, "Curses, MLXG, you jerk." But MLXG is actually going down very, very low in this jungle as well. We'll see. Oh, actually, the Descent's landing on a Lamb there as well. Gets flayed back. The Ignite here is going to be on here in the bottom side of the map, as Lamb does have the shield available as well. Kitty's getting taken down very, very low. Whoosh is going to be able to force out the heal at the same time, but King, they answer back very strongly, and Kakao looking to really get angry about the fact that his red buff was taken. There's the pounce, the flash immediately from Whoosh. And Kakao, he's not done yet. He's very angry.
Yeah, he still wanted to go, was hoping he could bait out maybe a summoner spell, but there's none available, of course, so
none
maybe
left.
Rotate into it. Oh, they're going for a dive.
They're looking to see if they can get something done. Whoosh is down so incredibly low. It's only the spear into the pounce takedown that he needs. And he lands the spear as well. Doesn't get the pounce though. And Kakao going to get destroyed as MLXG picks up that kill. And that is a very rare mechanical error from the Invictus Gaming jungler.
It certainly is. Maybe a little bit of tilt coming through from Kakao because he had no right to dive that turret. Even if he got in, was not going to be able to get away from the Nautilus, and he gives over first blood.
Yeah, and that is going to be the double buffs actually refreshed onto MLXG. MLXG having a little bit of a situation there where he often does decide to take the kills, but he's heading towards the mid lane here as well. Rookie in a whole lot of trouble, has popped the Ghost here at the same time, wants to save the flash if he can, and he does manage to. He's going to hang out in this brush. Tremorsense going to let MLXG know that he has stopped, and Kakao, level 3 only. Same as MLXG, actually looking to try and put some pressure on as he's just started off this red buff again. Spear is actually going to spot out that he is doing it, but not going to go for any aggressive plays.
Yeah, so he's able to at least get a very rough timer on what's going on. Teleport was picked up by Assassin on Karthus, by the way.
Yep, yet again.
He will be able to teleport into that mid lane after being shoved in incredibly hard. And this seems to be a recurring story. Rookie, he's doing fantastically in the mid lane, don't get me wrong. But everywhere else, IG bleeding out control of the map.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. And the bottom lane working out far better now for Invictus Gaming. Kid now with a CS advantage here on the bottom side of the map. Has gone back to base, picked up a recurve bow as his first item choice. As Zatai continually getting poked down from Sky, but not going to be worried about it too much. Does have a fair few potions on him, and with that Q, he's going to be able to keep himself relatively healthy.
Yeah, it certainly looks to be the case up in the top lane as we see Sky actually maxing the devastating smash, I think, now since the changes came through. So trying to get all the damage and wave clear out. Fully charged at level 5, rank 5, it does something ridiculous like 650 damage or something. So it is definitely a powerful ability to be able to max first and push his lanes out just as well as the E.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how Sky does go in this matchup. Of course, a different one to the Trundle, which was picked up by Zatai after seeing the Scion to come through, and now going to be taking the Vladimir into that exchange. Still, Sky with the CS advantage there on the top side of the map, and Kakao struggling just a little bit, looking for MLXG to head back towards this Rift Scuttler as well, as Kakao just going to pounce on it a few times. MLXG has discovered him, though, does have a level advantage here as well. He gets chilling smited. Rookie able to come around first, but it might be the solo kill for the jungler here as Kakao, he doesn't have his flash, gets over the wall, but the Requiem was coming through, and Rookie trying to find a kill onto Assassin, lands the gold card, flashes over here as well. Wild cards don't land, and Assassin picks up another one as well, and this is going horribly wrong for Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, it certainly is. We said that look for Kakao to get aggressive, maybe over-aggressive twice now, and MLXG is making him pay, really showing up on this Rek'Sai, and no respect coming through with any bans.
Yep. And not even going to pick it away from him as well. I mean, Rookie, fantastic on that champion as well, as Kiddy's going to be able to secure that cannon creep here for Kid. And, I mean, this is the opposite of what happened in the last game. I mean, there's no other way to go about it. I mean, Invictus Gaming, they're winning the bottom lane, but everywhere else, getting a little bit dumpstered by King.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're in a lot of trouble right now. Kakao's coming in for a gank in the bottom lane again, but none of his movement has worked early game, and everywhere he's just losing out.
Yeah, Zatai has popped the Ghost here on the top side of the map. Decimating Smash is going to find a bit of damage here onto Zatai, but Prey Seeker not going to secure that kill. They do get the Summoner spell out, and Zatai doesn't have teleport available. Both top laners just teleporting back to base, back to the lane, and now having to go back as well. MLXG, he's going to head back home, has the level 6 available now as well, and Kakao has wasted a whole lot of time trying to gank these lanes, and hasn't really been doing much farming, 30 to 18 CS.
Yeah, and the worry here is that if they fall any further behind, they don't have a front line.
No.
Complete damage composition coming out from Invictus Gaming means that if they can't snowball anything, they're going to lose out because Liam, he's going to become a tanky monster. MLXG and Sky, we saw them last game, how hard they were to deal with. And if you kill Karthus, he doesn't really mind in this composition because everyone's that squishy. He just presses R and does pretty much half their health.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, it's only going to be Zatai able to avoid that until the Zhonya's Hourglasses get completed, whether some Banshee's Veils are going to be there as well. But at the end of a team fight, you're not going to have those shields. And Invictus Gaming are going to be in a lot of trouble if this Karthus gets out of control.
Yeah, it certainly looks to be that way, and he's well on his way to getting out of control. Nearly picked up that Archangel's already, not looking to go for a roller at all, although might still be able to pick it up if he goes back. Maybe just had the 860 gold for the blasting one instead of the 1200 for Catalyst. So we'll have to keep you posted on exactly what the build is that comes through there, but they're continuing to try and force around the map, and it's just not working.
No, it's not. And last time Assassin played this Karthus, he actually built a Rylays very early on, but I wonder whether that was to do with the comp instead of what was going on there.
Although he's picked up
Amplifying
Tome, so it looks like that is the build.
He might be going there. So does have an earlier tier than last time. Actually went back and got himself a
Giant's Belt.
Giant's Belt. Yeah.
That was very funny.
That was very interesting, but did actually work out. Of course, King managed to win that game. And now IG on the back foot here. Sentinel going to fall down as Kid looking to try and pick up as much farm as he can. Lamb does land the dredge line there as well. Depth charge is available, but doesn't decide to throw it out, which is interesting.
Flash burn straight away out of Kid there.
Yeah. And now going to have to be very, very careful.
Yeah, so IG's wins conditions have completely evaporated. They're only 1,200 gold behind, but there's just absolutely nothing Kakao can do. He can't counter jungle. He's being counter jungled. MLXG has completely dominated the matchup both games now. Kakao 0-2 and 0. Just hasn't had a window to be able to get in. They've started up the Dragon. They're going to be able to take this one because there's not really much IG can do.
Yeah, Descent is going to land on a Lamb, but easily secures the Dragon, does MLXG. Kakao looking to try and get some spears in. Zatai is going to pull the Decimating Smash and actually throws out the ultimate here at the same time. But Sky, no risk of dying at all on this Scion. I'm not even sure what the Hemo Plague was supposed to do.
Yeah, I think it was just panic button, please do not die of me. I have a wife and kids at home.
Yeah, something like that. I wonder whether Zatai actually does have a wife and kids at home.
He definitely does not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's one of the youngest pros to have ever become a veteran player. But look, I don't actually know about his home life. Might be something that he's been doing. Wushin, not in any trouble at all, as there's the ultimate to come through from Rookie. Immediately the teleport to follow up, as Zatai still in a whole lot of trouble. Wildcards are there as Assassin following up his mid lane. Rookie.
Oh, Kakao's here.
Yeah, Kakao looking for the spear. He does land at the flash immediately after the takedown to come through, and this might be Rookie getting back into this game. Kakao, sorry, as there's the Requiem trying to come through. A lot of extra damage as Assassin takes down Rookie. Kakao looking for the kill onto Sky.
MLXG on his way.
Oh, looking for it. The takedown is there. They immediately destroy Kakao. And Zatai looking to get a little bit of health back. The flash! And the pull is there, and oh my goodness, the Prey Seeker wants to get there, but the minions a little bit too strong. Oh my goodness, the dodge from Zatai secures that one for him, and MLXG does have to be a little bit careful, but of course everyone else is dead, so not needing to worry too much, as there's the shield from the tower and he's going to be okay. But MLXG is so aggressive this game, 3-0-1 on this rec side.
Yeah, so Rookie, the thing that I want to hit on here is his build. He's gone for 40% cooldown reduction on TF. Strange build. The reason he's done it is because he does not care about his lane whatsoever. Unfortunately, Karthus has got the farm he needed. He's well on the way to becoming a late game. Rookie needs to win the rest of the map. Needs his ultimate as available as often as possible. And you see right now, does no damage. Not about that. It's about getting into lanes, stunning people for days, and just becoming a persistent threat, trying to get someone ahead. We'll take a look at what happened in the bottom lane while all that was going on. Turns out that was a value Requiem because everyone died.
Yeah, that was actually Kid and Kitties falling down there on the bottom side. MLXG now going to focus on this area as well, and doesn't have the flash available for the Unburrow as Assassin comes through. Wall of Pain there just, I think, for fun, as Kakao was coming through.
They're all down. That's 5 members in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Zatai coming through as well. He's on half health. There's the teleport to follow up here as well. That's actually, no, it's not MLXG. It's Sky coming through as there's the Dark Passage to be taken from Zatai as the Death Sentence lands onto Sky, but he's pretty tanky here on this Scion. Rookie comes through into the back of the fight as well. He's going to get immediately destroyed. Kakao going to die as well, as Whoosh is massive in this fight. Zatai coming round as well, looking to try and get some work done, but Kid's going to fall down. That is almost all the damage dead. 4 now go down, and Zatai gets caught. There's the lay waste, and it's an ace at 14 minutes for King.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, King having a monopoly over the entirety of the map. That was a 5v5, maybe the last roll of the dice, and they weren't able to pick anything up for it. Whoosh will be able to take out a bottom turret, 4-12, 5,000 gold the lead at only 14 minutes in. And all of a sudden, King looking very cozy in the playoff race.
Yeah, they really are. The destiny is to come through here from Rookie. I'm not entirely sure what he plans to do with it, just to get back to lane there as he secures a few of these creeps. And Rookie, that was a very excitable move there, destinying right into the middle of the enemy team. And it might work out, of course, you know, the Messiah tactic of using that Zhonya's Hourglass once you've
he
come
might
through,
actually be dead again.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Depth charge to come in as MLXG looks for the Prey Seeker and finds it as well. There's the Dark Passage available, and Rookie, he gets on it, but the Requiem's there, and he's not going to survive that one. And it's nice to have the Karthus insurance on your team.
Yeah, it certainly is, and waited until the very last moment, realized he was going to get away and just said, not today, my friend. Pops it, takes him out. Kakao, 3-4-0. Once again, scoreline looks completely fine, but that does not tell the tale because MLXG has been completely dominant in this series.
Yeah, well, he's 3-0-5. That is massive kill participation for a King lineup that are dominating this game. Zatai, he does have the pull there, looking to try and get some damage down, but collateral damage right out of the pool, and
that's
Wushin,
a 5-1-3 Wushin.
Yeah, he's very, very strong. Infinity Edge completed, does have the extra dagger and the Berserker's Greaves as well, as there's the Flay to get rid of that Banshee's Veil, lands the death sentence, but Sky does not care at all because MLXG's there as well, and Sky takes 0 damage from anyone.
Yeah, there are 4 members once again in the bottom lane trying to deal with his Sion.
And Sion, he's just going to ult himself out of here as well, and I don't even think he needed to. I'm not even sure whether anyone could have killed him if there were 5 members there in the bottom lane.
And they lose 2 top lane turrets in response to that. Across the board, King, we said they've got a fantastic early game, look a little bit in disarray in the late game. Answer to that, just win in the early game.
Yeah, well, let's just win straight away. Now it's 4 turrets to 0 here, 14-4, a massive gold lead of about 8,000 at 17 minutes. 4-1-5 Karthus as well is on the board, and this Rek'Sai 3-0-5, 5-1-3 is just insane for Whoosh in the bottom side. And I was wondering why he didn't pick up the Vayne again, and that's just because he wants to demonstrate that he can dominate people with the Graves as well.
Yeah, certainly looks to be the case. He's nearly got the static shiv, buckshot, auto crit, collateral damage. Don't know if Kid can survive it at this point.
Don't know if anyone on the lineup of IG can survive it. Of course, this is a no-tank lineup.
Yeah, into a Karthus.
Yeah.
It was an interesting decision. We said that it was going to go one of 2 ways, and unfortunately it's gone extremely south for IG.
It certainly has, as the next dragon is going to fall down here for King. They take down their second relatively easily, and by relatively, I mean entirely. Is Sky going to keep farming out on this bottom side, has whatever items he feels like building at the time, is still ahead in farm. Of course, Vladimir going to get very, very strong towards the late game. Kid is going to naturally outscale the Graves as well, so theoretically if IG managed to hold on, it might be okay. But when these tanks are getting large, there's not going to be a whole lot that IG can do, especially not when King are just more than happy to dive these turrets. Oh, Buckshot not actually going to land here as well, as Wushin taking a whole lot of damage. He's going to die to Kitties. As Liam's coming around here as well. There's the Destiny on top, and they're looking for MLXG. They really want to get that money, but he flashes over the wall. And Sky looking to be a menace here at the same time. Kakao doesn't find the spear there onto Liam. They only pick up the kill under the AD carry. That is definitely still something here for IG, but they expend a lot to try and get there, and that's 5 members in the bottom side.
Yeah, it certainly was. And the other thing that's very important to point out is that there was a support that got it. They're still looking to fight here as King, and they need to be careful they don't overextend. That
was the max range death sentence there as well into Lane. The takedown is coming through here for Kakao, looking to try and secure that kill, but they don't manage to get it just yet as MLXG is going to get caught by another gold card. Rookie with basically permanent gold cards when he wants them, and that's the right champion to get the kill as Kid locks down that one, and MLXG is going to get his spree taken away from him as well. Wall of Pain going to get pounced around here by Kakao, who's looking to try and collapse onto Assassin. Sky coming through here as well, and IG, they might be able to get this outer turret in the mid lane, as there's the ultimate from Sky trying to do some work here, but the rest of IG very, very aggressive, and they take down the outer turret. And IG showing signs of life. Only 6,000 gold now the lead, but Assassin, he's going to flash forward onto this one. Kid does pop the heal, flashes out of the way here as well. So the flash forward not going to quite work, but MLXG looking to come through here. Prey Seeker's going to land. Requiem destroys Kid. Collateral damage was there. Just for collateral, you have to think, as Wushin, they are going to be able to take down this inner turret in the mid lane.
Yeah, it looks like they want to keep pushing as well, potentially towards an inhibitor. Lantern comes through.
Longest depth charge ever.
Had a lot of knockups in there as well. But we'll see if they can defend this yet. So they do. They're able to defend their base at least. But Kakao, he's looking for some exit kills one more time.
Looking to try and find something at least around this map, as 8,000 gold approximately the lead for King. They're going to steal away a blue buff as well, as Destiny is going to...
Popped again.
Yep. It does at least make Rookie aware of the fact that, yes, they are around the Baron, and no, they haven't started it, and yes, you do not have a blue buff. And Kakao is going to throw around some spears, but doesn't quite find any marks here, as Rookie does use that Destiny to get back into lane here as well. Locks the the red card, sorry. And he's going to be able to clear this one out as well. Does have some decent CS. Of course, only down by about 9, and he spent a fair bit of time in that death chamber, not quite able to do too much, so that is definitely admirable.
And of course, Karthus has the advantage of being able to farm when he's dead.
Yeah, so many advantages.
Not afforded the same luxury.
No, not this time around.
Grasping at straws is what that's called.
I believe so. As Kid able to get some Ren stacks into this red buff and takes that one away. But he's behind 40 CS now as well, as they're trying to fight a Scion. And I'm just not sure whether that's a good... Oh, Kid, he's getting in the way of that one, as Sky looking to try and get away from this one, but gets Death Sentence back there as well.
This is going to be the biggest rend ever. That was like a Baron going down.
Yeah. He actually probably has more health here than the Baron. As Sky is running pretty quick, but he is just going to fall down in his dead form. And Kid does pick up a kill into the top lane.
And that actually burnt a teleport as well, you know. Karthus tried to teleport in there to lend an assisting hand to the Scion, and that's another important cooldown gone. So Kid, he's starting to getting going here. I really am hesitating because King, as we said, they don't play fantastically with a lead. But 7,000 gold at 21 minutes is more than a lead.
It was 8,000 though before. I mean, IG are managing to claw something back. We're grasping at straws here just a little bit, looking for what they can do as far as winning this game is concerned, especially considering their lineup. And you illustrated it before that things are going to get relatively difficult as the game progresses, and that has been demonstrated relatively effectively by the fact that IG have got largely destroyed in this one. Kakao does secure his Raptor, doesn't manage to get over the wall, but is going to be safe there.
Got extremely close though and snuck past the wall of pain. Of course, not painful to walk through, but very painful afterwards.
Do you think that most walls would be pretty painful when you're trying to put your head into them?
Oh.
King, oh my goodness, Kid just getting decimated here. Does have a lot of healing available to him though, and the Requiem not going to secure that kill as everything was used, but the inner turret is going to be the focus here from King. And they are going to be able to take that one down. That is all inners and all outer turrets removed from the map here for King in response to the one in the mid lane that has been taken for Invictus Gaming.
And I've got a new name for King's tactic. It's mindless, brutish behavior, because they did not think about that at all and dove a turret with 4 members, burnt another teleport, and all they succeeded in getting out of it was an outer. They definitely got what they came for, but if they executed anywhere near how they should have been that would have been another one team fight. Half the team went for the dive, the other half didn't. Sion's that tanky at the moment. He doesn't really care. He was somewhere in the top lane. So, once again, really have to question how they're closing out this game. They've got their huge lead. Maybe it doesn't even matter, but you need to be careful if you're King, because there's much more on the line here. This is a throwaway game for Invictus Gaming, but King, they're still playing for a lot, securing their playoff spot, and I guess maybe even sending a message into that playoff run, because they're going to have to come up against these top teams. And sure, maybe it's good enough to beat an Invictus Gaming lineup, but thrown against the likes of an EDG and OMG, I'm not sure this kind of play is going to work.
Yeah, not to mention Vici Gaming, who are known for having so much control around the map, and as soon as King dropped the ball in that matchup, things will go horribly wrong. But maybe this is an Invictus Gaming experiment. I mean, let's get behind in the early game and see whether King is so bad.
Hyperbolic time chamber. How long can we last as they go in?
Yeah, looking for the ultimate there from Sky. Kitties is just going to get destroyed, but Fate's called out of there as well as Zatai. Looking to hang around on this backside. Cacao throwing spears. Rookie throwing wild cards. As Sky takes that one and just doesn't do anything there.
That was a max range spear that took no health.
Yep, that's ridiculous. That's because it's not in range of the Abyssal Scepter spawn. Okay, so it doesn't do the max damage. Otherwise, Cacao would be doing some work there. MLXG looking to try and put some more pressure on, seeking some prey with those Qs. Hasn't really managed to get very much done since his ludicrously powerful beginning of the game.
Is that going to be a banner of command, Sion? I thought that had died with Flandre. I am so not looking forward to that item pickup.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he's got an Aegis.
That's what it builds out of.
Does it?
Yeah.
I did not even know that.
If anyone knew what banner of command built out of, I thought it would be you.
Yeah, I know. I do like that item, but don't build it a whole lot, to be perfectly honest. Cacao going to be able to take down this Scuttle Crab, pouncing all over it there as well, as MLXG looking to just see what's going on around this Baron pit. Assassin just more than happy to continue farming for most likely, the rest of the game. Till everything is said and done. 5-1 and 5 manages to pick up a few kills and assists with that Requiem, you have to think, as Sky just happy to clear out this wave as well. And seems like King have no real want to finish this game at any time soon.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they actually want to win with the way they're playing because they're not grouping up. They have the ability to be able to force through turrets. They've got a very fed Graves. They've got a huge Karthus. They could probably sit Sion on top of the Baron right now. He would take no damage and just burst it down with everything they have available. Instead, they're going towards a split push. That's great because Sion's still able to bully Vladimir, but he's gone back, grabbed his Zonya's Hourglass. Look, purchases are coming through for IG. They're a huge way behind. But because they don't have a tank, if they get onto one of the two very squishy mid lane or AD members, they can still kill them relatively quickly.
Yeah, and this Kallista's more than happy to farm as well. Does have that Bloodthirster now completed. Wushin is disgustingly far ahead as far as that farm is concerned. Almost 80 CS in the lead.
3,000 gold.
Yeah, 3,000 gold in the lead is pretty good here for Wushin. Does have that QSS as well as another BF sword in comparison to only 2 completed items. King just going to do a sneaky here over the side. The Leyway is going to do a whole lot of damage to the Baron. And no vision available for IG. And finally, King actually making an aggressive move. That being said, the Destiny's there, and MLXG is getting taken down horridly low from this one. They do secure the Baron, and the Destiny wasn't quite in range to get him in there. Of course, he had the Zonyas. He probably could have made something happen, but Rookie not really looking to pull the trigger.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to go in there by himself, and no one else was in range. Cacao was in the bottom lane split pushing. And this is... haven't seen Cacao play like this in a very long time, as we see once again the Sion going in.
Yep, Kitty's just going to list lazily to the left and get out of the way of that one. As Sky just going to roar at some minions in anger at that support player, but with the Baron buff now, King might be looking to actually break through the base here of Invictus Gaming, as the wildcard's not doing quite as much to these backline minions as they otherwise would have. And Sky, just stand next to the turret, man. You're super tanky.
Yeah, you can just push in whenever they want. The thing is, they can just protect this super creep. No one can go near it, and now they'll just take it because they've chunked everyone else. Zatai, he's flying in there, acting very menacingly. I don't know if that is the case, though.
Yeah, he's looking menacing, most definitely, as Lay-Waste are going to mate.
They're standing in front of the... Oh, he nails Graves.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. That's actually a death sentence onto a minion, so that minion might actually die here as well, as that is the inhibitor turret going to fall down here. King managed to lock that one down. The rest of Invictus Gaming are healthy now again, but King, they don't want to take the inhibitor. They've taken a turret. That is enough for them.
Yeah,
oh, actually, MLXG going to flash into the Umbara here as well. Kitty's going to get knocked up. They're going to destroy him, but Fate's Call not going to let that one happen, as Rookie hanging around here at the same time. Zatai, he's got the Zonyas, does pull around here as well, as the members of King are very, very low. They managed to pick up Assassin, I believe, on the backside, and Cacao, he's going to fall down. Liam's going to fall as well, as Zatai He was heroic there, but the ultimate's back up again. Requiem available as well. Rookie just blows his Zhonya's there as gets out of the way of the buckshot. Oh my goodness, that was insane. That crit did about 4 billion damage. As King, they've managed to kill 4 members of IG, and they might be able to push through and actually end the game.
Yeah, it certainly looks to be the case, and really well played from King. They, once again, in typical King style, ran around the map for about 5 minutes longer than they needed to, but they have absolutely crushed this series.
They really, really have. It was a interesting draft phase there for Invictus Gaming, but King, they stuck to what they were good at, and Sion seems to be a pretty good pick for Sky in that top lane, and not a lot that Zatai could really do about it. And Assassin, you got to start dealing with that Karthus because he's looking very, very strong on that champion.
Yeah, he certainly is. We see the handshakes come through. Invictus Gaming, as we said, have secured their playoff spot, but that's not how you want to go into the final week of the LPL. 2 very disappointing losses, and King, they're now pretty safe coming through.
Yeah, King looking good. They've managed to pick up the 3 points, and if you're a World Elite fan, that is a horrible set of news because they're looking like they're not going to be able to get through to the playoffs.
Yeah, they can still take M3 or Starhorn Royal Club, so it's kind of a 3-way race for the bottom one.
Potentially.
I think technically Royal Club and M3 can both make playoffs and still kick King out, but I think horrible mathematics has to go into that one.
There's going to be a lot of mathematics, and I don't want to try and opt into it right now because, of course, I will definitely botch that one up. But congratulations to King. They're very much closer to their playoff dream here as well as, man, Invictus Gaming just got ran over.
Yeah, they certainly did. So King go up to 24 points. So unless they don't win another game, they're pretty much secure in their playoff spot.
Well, we'll see what will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have one more matchup this evening. Make sure you don't go anywhere because there'll be more LPL after the break.